Hello YouTube, this is OJ Cubing and welcome to my beginner's method for the Skewb tutorial. This is a really fun puzzle to solve and it's quite easy as we only need one algorithm. But let's get into the tutorial. So quickly, I just want to mention there's only really one algorithm we need to use. So I'm going to go over that now quickly. And what this algorithm does, I'll show you. So you've got to use these two corners here. So we've got the up front and right and up front and left corners. So this becomes the right face, so that would be an R move and that would be an R prime. Then we've got an L move and an L prime, and that's all you really need to know. And the algorithm goes like this: R prime, L, R, L prime. Now what you see, if we ignore these corners for now, we see that it swaps this center and this center and these two centers like that. So it swaps these two and these two. And that's going to come in really handy later on. Anyway, let's scramble up the Skewb and get on with the tutorial. Okay, so that looks about scrambled. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to solve on white. So we need to get one of the corners up, and it doesn't really matter where the rest of these centers are because we'll move them around later. We just need to get all the white corners in place. So for example, I can see this corner here, I can just move straight up into there, and that will be in the right slot. Then if we have a look at this corner, well, we've got the orange and green, and this is the orange and blue. So the orange and green needs to go up here. And we can see just by looking at it, if we trace this path, that it's going to go up to there. So we know that that's actually just one turn to put it back in. But then, for example, over here, we need to put this blue and red piece up into here, next to this blue corner. But if we put that in, then it's going to be orientated wrong. So what we need to do, and there's not really an algorithm for this, you just sort of got to see what you're doing, is if it's looking like this, then we're going to turn this corner around it, sort of thing, like that. And then when we move this up, it will go into the right orientation. Now you've noticed we've knocked out this corner, but that's fine because all we have to do is bring that corner back round and it'll be in the right slot. And then this corner we can just pop up like that as well. But just a quick demonstration if it was in the other orientation. So this time we can't go this way, it's not going to work, and it's also not in the right orientation there. So we're going to move it over to the left and then push this corner out of the way so that we rotate this round to the correct position. We can then push that up into the white face and bring this one back up, and we've got a white face. Now hopefully that will make sense to some of you. If not, then keep playing around with it, see what you can do, and you'll eventually be able to get there. But that is the white face solved. We're going to turn it over now and start having a look at the centers. So that sledgehammer algorithm we learned earlier is going to come in handy now. Basically, we want to position it so that we've got our red center on the top, which means we need to have the red slot on the front face. So here, the reds. So we need to put this into there. We're going to do the algorithm that swaps these two and these two. And we don't worry about the other centers for now. So we're going to go R prime, L, R, L prime. And then we've got the orange center here, so we're going to rotate it around. Here's the orange slot, so we're going to go R prime, L, R, L prime. And here you see we've got blue. We rotate it into the blue slot. We go R prime, L, R, L prime. And finally the green, we're going to put it into the green slot. R prime, L, R, R, L, R prime. But sometimes it's not going to be so simple, and we've got a yellow in the top. And so you think that, well, we've got yellow in the top, so it's done, right? But no, because none of these are solved either. So all we have to do is just place it into a random slot, and then we can continue on with our algorithm. We see it goes over here, and then this one goes down here, and there it's solved. And sometimes we might end up with a case where we've got our yellow on top and then one of these is already solved. If we do have one of them solved, then we place that at the back because the back one isn't altered, and we then put it into the yellow one down into the front. And we can then continue. We're going to put it down into the green slot. We're going to put this one into the red slot over here. We're going to put the orange one down into the orange slot, and then we've solved it. Okay, so we're now going to move on to the last layer. You'll notice that the corners are always automatically in the right position. And for this, we've got a pair of headlights and two pairs of side lights. So we're going to put the headlights onto the left and do the sledgehammer move twice. So R prime, L, R, L prime, R prime, L, R, L prime. And that will solve the Skewb easy peasy. But sometimes we're going to have this case where we've got 2 corners correct and the other 2 not. And in this situation, all we have to do is rotate it like this. So we've got the 2 correct corners in the back left and the front right. And we need to make sure we have one headlight pointing towards us on the left. So don't hold it like this, hold it like this. Don't hold it like that. No position works apart from this one, like here. And we do that sledgehammer move twice. R prime, L, R, L prime. And that will get us into this case again where we've got the headlights, so we can do the algorithm to finish off. And that is all the cases there are for this. It's a pretty easy puzzle. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And for now, see you all later. Bye.